Imagine yourself hungry and lost in a concrete jungle somewhere, surrounded by strangers who don't give a penny about you. With every single step you feel your strength going away while you're barely standing up. At that moment, your only reason to continue is this old legend your big brother told you. A place safe from the fake promises of healthy food where you could both fill up your stomach while eating something tasty. After spending your last drop of energy, you finally reach the location indicated by your big brother. In front of you stands one fragile open door with a neon sign above. You pass the door and expect to find what your brother told you was a culinary refuge. But once inside, you can't stop yourself from dropping a tear. You don't understand how this happened, but it did. This holy place fell into disgrace, and you can only accept the sad reality of it. Your local fast food spot has fallen. And just to be clear, by fast food spot, for the rest of the video, I mean the like of Döner or kebab shop, or a shawarma shop, or a gyro shop, or any similar shops. Call them whatever you want. All of those spots have their own specificities of rap, but they're the same in their core.
Why is it such a big deal?
If some of you think I'm exaggerating with this intro, you definitely don't know what those places are, or at least what they represented back then. They were supposed to be cheap places where you could be sure to eat tasty junk food with the promise of being treated like a friend by the owner. I guess he was the owner. Nowadays, they are nothing but a shadow of their former self. Trust me, as I said, whether your fast food was selling doner kebab, gyro, or a shawarma, they all went downhill for the same reasons. I think the first one is pretty obvious. Your local fast food might be one of the only food heavens in your area, but even food heaven is subject to inflation, and oh boy does inflation affect it. I don't know if you knew this time, but some of my older friends told me that something like a shawarma was as cheap as $2 in the old days.
What did you say?
$2. Do you know what you can have with $2 nowadays? Not even a quarter of the shawarma. In some areas in the USA, you'll have to spend almost $15 to eat one. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is actually.
And if only that was it, but no. Not only did the price increase a lot, but you can be sure that the size of what you'll eat will also be smaller. I don't know if you ever came across the term shrinkflation, but it describes this phenomenon exactly. For the past decades, companies decided to often try to sell you the same product at the same price, but just smaller to, in the end, earn more money from you. The problem is that the same happens with food, and if you combine this fact with the previous one, you get one of the most devious combos on earth to destroy something good. Don't get me wrong, I understand that these fast food restaurants still need to eat and make a living from the meal they sell us, but the whole purpose of a fast food was to get food quickly in large portions for a very cheap price. Let's say that now, the only promise kept is the food being delivered fast when not too many clients are present at the same time. It's sad, but there is not a lot of things you can do about it. You see, when the old ones were telling you they had it good back in the days, they were not lying. Good time for them and expensive shawarma for us. That makes you think, right?
Just a little bit.
And I cannot imagine how it will be for the next generation, because at this rhythm, I wouldn't be surprised if the wrap will cost $50 in 10 years. I really hope to be wrong on this take, but we never know. Obviously, other things seem to have changed in the previous years. One of them is the location of those fast food spots. You see, these places selling wraps used to be present usually in poor area, with working neighborhoods. That's one of the elements explaining why it was so cheap at first. After all, you can't really sell something too expensive to someone with a limited amount of money. At the same time, the aesthetic of these places was quite impacted by this fact. With limited money to invest, they had to choose simplicity and functionality over a luxurious or pronounced aesthetic that you usually find in generic restaurants try not to be generic. Surprisingly, this resulted in a whole brutal aesthetic, where the fast food looked like a drive-thru but made for humans, with the option to eat on one of two small tables present if you were lucky. You see, I call this specific design the just eat and then go away, cause we're not really a restaurant. Unfortunately, it's a design that the new generation of those fast food places seem to lack. Instead, some of them just give the vibe of those same generic restaurants with no soul and history. At the same level, the way the owner of the fast food interacts with the client also changed a lot. Before, when you entered that kind of fast food, you could be sure to be welcomed by a warm "hi boss" or a "hi chief" and a small talk to know if you're fine. And even if there is a high chance that it was only a commercial technique to make you come again later, this familiar exchange was quite heartwarming. Now, in the new generations of fast food spots, you'll be lucky to meet the owner, and if that was the case, they will treat you as coldly as the waiters do in any generic restaurants. No emotion, no fake interest, just a script being repeated for the 100th time today. Obviously, we can all agree that faking interest in 1,000 customers is complicated, so I cannot really be angry, but still, I miss a time when going to eat a shawarma was like going to see an unknown uncle who would cook for you a cheap meal. It's like if one of the unwritten rules of the cheap fast food was broken, but hey.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
However, there are still some elements that didn't change between the old and the new generation. The best example would be hygiene. To no one's surprise, I think you could all understand when I presented to you the old aesthetic of those places that the main limiting factor was money. Because of this, their initial location wasn't the cleanest in the city. And even if effort was put to not cook and eat in a waste disposal site, it wasn't a secret that the back kitchen could sometimes look like a Disney movie at night, with one mouse sneaking in order to find something to feed their poor family. However, let's be honest, this isn't something unique to fast food restaurants. Countless similar cases happen in luxury restaurants. It's simply that people are less surprised when such things happen in the fast food world. Now, between you and me, whether it happens only in my fast food spot or not, I'm still rebuted by it. But I guess it was a price to eat a cheap tasty meal. The problem is, that was in the past. Now, not only is this problem still present in the new generation of fast food spots, but the price is once again so high that at that point, there are no pros, only cons.
So that just got way worse.
By the way, among the cons, you can also add the toilet situation, because most of the toilets I had the missed chance to see in such establishments were either straight coming from a plumbing horror movie, or a missing paper or even soap to clean yourself properly. Now, my personal solution to that problem is simply to not go there to poop.
What? That's insane!
I know, it's simple, but very effective. But hey, it's a well-known problem in most toilets in fast food restaurants, so I guess it's the norm. If you also take a look at the customers all the time, they slightly change too, but actually don't care about who goes to fast food restaurants. That being said, there are still two kinds of people I dislike seeing when going there. The first one are the customers that will subject a fast food restaurant to the same expectation of a luxurious one. Like, why would you even do that? And the second one include all the people thinking that a fast food restaurant is a waste disposal and won't bother to clean their table after them. It's obviously the role of the small company to keep their spot as clean as possible, but some among you lack basic civil manners, and it shows in many places. Personally, I wish you happy diarrhea, but I might be someone who is too unkind, so let's just hope you'll stop doing that one day. Now, this reminds me that some places are actually asking you to not clean after you, so I guess if you do this in such place, you're excused, but let's still try to be clean.
A few moments later.
Well, talking about fast food made me really hungry. I'll just go grab something quickly in the usual place. Unlike all the others, they are the only one clean. I just hope that— oh, what? It's permanently closed? What's the reason? Food poisoning?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
But I've been eating there for years. I can't have one good thing in this world. Anyway, if you found what I say interesting or entertaining enough, please subscribe, click on the bell, share, and tell me in the comment if you agree with me or not. I'll let you go, but before, don't hesitate to go check my other videos. Have a nice day everyone. Bye.